Alright, and hello. That was the not the stream ending, the episode ending for YouTube. Just wanted to clarify that. So hello, welcome to another episode. Today we go to court. Actually, it does say District Courtroom, so it looks like we are going to court. It looks like we're going to be meeting the prosecutor today, too. He seems scary. We heard about him, from the detective, I believe. Alright, yeah. So last time we did more investigating, and, we found out about the guy who's probably the culprit. And this time, yeah, we're going to court. Whoa, we're right into it. Okay, hello. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You know, if it turns out that we have a few short ones, I might just do 3 episodes. Anyway, Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. He looks very, formal. Yeah. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Alright, right into it. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this flow map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. Okay, is he switched from pal to Sue because we're in court, or because he's talking to Edgeworth? I don't know. Doesn't matter, probably. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Okay, we're gonna trip someone up with the same trick we did last time, then. Full plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had heard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. I don't know if we have anything for this one. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Or at least I don't see it yet. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single... There we go. I couldn't see a single contradiction in that test. Whoosh. Smack. Okay. Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister... Okay, she knows her sister's tricks. Couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony. she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. Okay, so I get to ask questions. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright, so how do I ask questions? Oh, is it? It's press. No. Which button is press, though? Ah! Left bumper. Yeah, okay. LB, left bumper. That makes sense. I don't use controllers like this much. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal. Don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay. I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue. There were 2 people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I like how it automatically goes on to the next thing instead of going back to this. That's kind of neat. And also it makes it work in the conversation. Or at least it did this time. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With your funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Hey, I didn't choose the question you asked about it. Though... yeah, I don't know what other question I would ask about this. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why is that? Well, what's your reason? Okay, now that was a bit jarring, that one. But I guess it works. We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had heard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? Okay, I will say I didn't progress this text there. It auto did, which... kind of annoying. What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than who claims detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes! Gah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Okay, I have something for this. Oh, it's this. Yeah, that. I have something for this. Okay. The word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How'd you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Alright, just a moment. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify this vital piece of evidence the first time? Alright, my phone's kind of bugging out, so if somebody's trying to contact me in the YouTube chat, it's apparently not gonna work. Because I'm using my phone to watch the chat while I use the thing to stream, and it's, I don't know what's up with my phone right now. So sorry about that, live audience. I know, I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Okay, so I know what this one is. Okay. Okay, wait. There we go. Oh wait, it's right here. Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there is one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who could have absolutely not written it. Who absolutely could not. Same difference. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Udo. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Day after. It was day after the murder. The prosecution's point being? That was smug. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy report was performed yesterday at my request. A second autopsy, not report. A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Probably because he noticed the same issue. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from object. I got the stream working on my phone again. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. But if it's written by the police, like official autopsy people, then that can't be forged, I believe. Or at least it would be very difficult. Unless he bribed them. I don't know. Phoenix Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham! I get the feeling that doesn't make a difference with this one. I'm gonna go with this. Detective Gumshoe, was I a fool to trust you? Let's... Huh? Me? I wasn't... Huh? Still managing to pass the buck even by calling yourself a sham. Detective Gumshoe... I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, Shu. Pooh guy. But it wasn't even the wrong report. It was current at the time. You are at fault, detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. Pooh guy. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood, the court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? I think I keep changing the judge's voice. Wait, did it just scroll past some text? Alright, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please? April May, at your service. Wink. Because I don't have a FaceTime, so I just have to say it, right? I don't know. Order, an introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Not you. So that's good. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel room is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Testify to the court about what you saw. Witness's account. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Alright. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Oh, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Mr. Mayafay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Well, apparently not, because my sister just taught me more of them. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it! I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Witness's account. It was like 9 o'clock. Okay. Wrong bumper. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, what? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one? Go for it. Why not? Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Oh! Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Oh, wow. Okay. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Oh, wow, I've been warned. Oh, no. Well, that probably does mean something here. Pooh, girl, what about Pooh me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The woman with long hair. Was Mia Fey? Slender, sort of? Well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing. Your thing. And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. But she's wearing, like, robes. You wouldn't be able, you can't tell someone's figure underneath robes like that. Your testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. That's right. I question the testimony. Hold on a minute, that testimony stinks! What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Do you really see the defendant? Hey. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Wow, I called that one. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. This testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. You're using this argument again? What, do you think she obtained those clothes while she was in the detention center? She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, that too. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. I almost had her. Witness account. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. No, that was the last guy. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Oh, this is where we use that trick. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay, it's not mentioned here, but I'm pretty sure... Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Yeah. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions. I've caught a murderer with these questions before. Well, yeah. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Oh, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That... Because... I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.? No, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. How loud is it? The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Oh yeah, it had its guts took out. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just take a look, right now. Oh? See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Oh yeah, of course that's the one you would take offense to. Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? This argument, how could you prove it was that way the day of the murder? Argument again. Okay. If it was after the okay. If it wasn't taken out the day of the murder, that means it would have to be taken out after the murder, which means either at the scene of the crime or at the police station. And it shouldn't have been tampered with after it was brought to the police station, so it would have had to have been at the scene of the crime, so the clockwork should have been found there. That's true, that is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Okay, wait. I don't have the fact that it was taken to the police station, or would have been taken to the police station, in my inventory. Oh, it would be this, wouldn't it? Yeah! Yeah, okay, it's this. It's this. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh, you have a girly phone. But wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. He looks very mad. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? No, don't bring Gumshoe back into this. Better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you, then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clock work out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time of this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What Stu was planning that? I guess there's so many. Nope. This is a two-of-a-kind clock. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before, that would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yeah. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Okay, has the fact that it was made by Larry been submitted? Like, is that a fact that's actually... I mean, it's in my court record, but is it something that is a known fact? Well, I guess for the... it's obviously what I'm supposed to present, so for the sake of gameplay it is, but... like, is it something an actual lawyer would be able to say without more evidence to prove that? I don't know. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever. But what? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. What's it to, you porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh? Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... well, she's not the murderer. Because we saw in the beginning cutscene. But we don't know that. But we do know that she had the wiretap. So that's what we're going to tie this into. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. And even if we were trying to use this to pin her to the murder, like, that wouldn't work because the clock was empty at the time of the murder, as we've already proven. Yeah, she heard. That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the Thinku was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Have a look at this. That? I found this in Miss May's room. Snooping through her drawers, which I'm fairly confident was illegal, but I guess we're gonna brush past that. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Because I guess that doesn't matter in the game world. Yeah. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was wiretapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Yeah. I already have. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Okay, that was a bit silly. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Wait, that's not it. I represented the wrong thing. I think? It's not going to prove anything, Mr. Wright. I think... Wait, that was just a woman. Okay, once again, and I expect real proof this time. Wait, it didn't penalize me? Okay, but yeah, it's this. I don't know why I... Whatever. Here we go. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Yeah, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Ken? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up! All of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? Yes. That did it. The court sees the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. She didn't do it. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't shippity tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see who pulled that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see who pulled that off, weren't you? Am I really that transparent? Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can, and will. You can't be serious, no way. Way, I say, way! Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Humph. Okay, so, the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not at the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win with this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, I'll think of something. Call the bellboy! I don't know. The defense would like to call the bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk it quite low enough already. Objection! I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. We haven't contended that she's the murderer. We've just contended that she's lying about the murder. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Alright, so the guy staying with her is the actual culprit, and the bellboy is going to know about the guy staying with her. So I feel like it's safe to accept the condition here. I mean, the other option says give up. That's obviously not the right one. Right, I've got nothing to lose, except for everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Wait, is he already here? Okay, I said we were gonna get a break there. I'm going to call this the end of the episode. So we're going to call the bellboy to the stand next time on Patchpen Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Thank you for those who have come. I'll see some of you next time.